Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
You will not be able to walk at full speed with your pack that full. Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge. I have often asked Barrett that same question at various times, and about various the most likely answer is that Barrett personally insulted him, typically by continuing to live, usually after escaping from certain death, and Constellation is an explorers society. Founded, over 50 members often engage in expeditions in small groups, typically 1 or 2 people, or, like Barrett and myself, 1 person and 1 robot. The membership is intentionally limited and small. Should you join Constellation yourself, you will be the Barrett would say that billions of years ago, we were all one with the cosmos. So but the more practical answer is likely that he needs you. The number of known people who have been without your investment in Constellation's mission, he may never know more about the experience you both share. I will keep your items safe. I will accept any and am I currently in possession of an do not understand your attachment to all these objects.
Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
Your memory is uncanny.
Intake a bit clogged. We'll get those cleaned out.
And here's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo. I would try to viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint. I'm sure you can find something you like. I'm sure you can find something you like. Sure, have at it. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
The lodge is here in the city. We shouldn't commencing item
like their owners, thought decorating their ships with heat leech nests would be a nice touch.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Kiosk right here for you.
Captain, Constellation, allow me to assist you with carrying your items. Allow me to assist in carrying some always.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. I kinda smell. But I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
May I help you? Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
They say they don't need a programmer, but their shipboard system literally uses quantum synergy software to talk to the hardware.
Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there somewhere, or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me? Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never. Well now, you don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. I'm right here with you, my friend. How can you not look up to the cosmos and just be overwhelmed by its beauty? So much possibility, so much hope, even despite recent events. Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. They jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're... Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers... Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got it. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just... Now, I just want to get back to work. Another time, then.
Hi.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the Colony War. The pirates used them as forward operating bases all over the settled systems.
May I help you?
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff. Yeah, it was like, snakes and serpents will eat you all, rah, the stars will squeeze you, rah, or something like that. It's fine. My dad just has terrible navigation skills. My mom says it all the time. I just hope they don't take too long. I'm sure that foster family is nice, but... Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
Does that woman have any idea who I am?
Ay, for luck.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. You ever hear that one about the orphan and the platypus?
Hey there.
No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
What do you think I should wear? I'm thinking something classy, but understated.
That sounds great!
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave, Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all? It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details. Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to... While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relation. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where... As for why, you can ask Aegis. You know, MAST. The Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city. Headquarters of the entire United College. Let me know if you have any questions.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hi there.
Have a good one.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in... Oh boy. I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell. Lucky for you, that is literally my job. Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David... Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories. Anyway, that's the sort of... Yep, spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But I've got something in the works that'll change everything. You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But I don't expect... I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlantis Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh? I know a few things, but no. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. I'm not worried. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. Catch you later.
Good to see you.
I really love this place. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else. There's a huge tree in the Embassy District, across from the mass station. Trust me, it may sound dumb, but I think everyone should see it at least once when they're in the city. It's so cool. Or maybe I just love trees. Oh, sure. There's always tons of travel into New Atlantis, so there's no shortage of people to meet. I love talking with the new people. Not to mention, it's also nice and safe. Unlike my brother's job. He's a Marine, and if that wasn't... He keeps telling me it's safe, and how he loves... All I ever hear about Sidonia is how many people get hurt in accidents there. I hope you're right. But, oh my. It just feels good to get it all up. See you.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business? You're with Constellation? Damn, that's cool. I've always admired you guys. Exploring the stars full-time seems like a dream come true. It seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for MAST. Oh, yeah. Plenty of us. There's a whole branch of MAST's scientific wing called DRIP. That's dedicated to developing new weapons. I'm billing myself as a weapons expert, sniper tech. Most travelers like having someone on their crew who's good with firearms. The settled systems are no picnic. Well, I'll be damned. What a coincidence. Working on a ship sounds perfect. I was hoping my next job would get me out of the city. What's your offer? I'm a reasonable guy, but that's just too low. All right. I'll look elsewhere then. If you change your mind, you can find me here.
Not used to people coming up to me. The suit usually scares them off. Although I guess that's my fault, isn't it? I guess you could say I've always had it. Once you've been all over, like I have, you might find... Yeah, well, I go all over. A little psychological warfare up front tends to make things easier. Retired, actually. From too many lives to count. I spend a lot of time in the fringes these days. You'd think it was things like civilizations and factions that cause people to want to shoot each other. Well, you're on to me. Of course. That's what makes the reality so tragic. Wait a second. I think I'm in danger of having a real conversation with someone for a change. Better stop here. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
Hey there! You look like the planet-hopping type. Got any room on your ship for someone like me? Aye aye, Captain. I won't overcharge you. I'm grateful for the offer. I've been out of a job since I left the Freestar Rangers. You're short on credits? Yeah, I hope so. They don't get it. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. For you, I'd consider a discount. Well, the last thing I want is you going bankrupt on my account. I'll work for whatever you can pay. Thanks! I think we'll make a great team, huh? Thanks for giving me a chance, Captain. I won't...
Hello. I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings? Trust me, you'd be getting... Any vacancies on your crew? I think you'll agree. Why is that? I hear ya. Yeah, I've heard of you. I do like working with the best. I try to be. You drive a hard bargain, but I'm on board. I see. Look me up when your luck turns.
Well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
This 8-hour shift sleepy.
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. There's something I can help you with? Yeah, I can't really just let you in there. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. I know what you're trying to do. It isn't gonna work. Look, I'd like to help, but... I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. All right, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. I could lose my job over it.
If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it? 1 second. All right, make it quick, will you? If anyone asks, I didn't do anything.
As you enter the city, please keep moving.
Dealing in art is more exciting than one would think. If you're in the market for artwork, I'm sure I can find something to suit your needs. Other than being an art dealer, there's not much to say. I did a few odd jobs, some deliveries, and it eventually led me onto... Indeed, I am. I've been an art dealer for most of... It's actually why I'm here in New Atlantis today. I'll be delivering a piece of art to a very particular... Actually, would you like to pick up the artwork and bring it back to me? Excellent. You'll be picking up the art from Zoe Kaminsky at the Trade Authority. Tell her you're there. return the artwork to me? Well, of course they do. I've heard tell that you can get some very impressive items. But for now, let's settle for the art. In a sense, my trade doesn't necessarily need me to be tied down. I'm here now for an opportunity in my line of work. Back to it then.
If you don't see what you want, feel free to ask. Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions... Oh, please, take a look. Thanks. It's hard work, and I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, if it weren't for him, I don't know where. Appreciate the business.
I don't want to sound desperate, but...
Hey there, new guy. Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I... Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't. I certainly hope not. This is a huge deal to me, but it's not worth either of us murdering over. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much. See you around.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. It's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted into space dust.
Happy to make a deal. You need stuff, I need credits. Personally, I think daylight's overrated. I get by. Absolutely. Look around. You see it's a big organization. Lot of planets. Sometimes stuff falls through the... But that's alright. Because I, and by extension you... A lot of people will tell you it's the worst. One step above being homeless. Me, I like it. It's more real down here. But, hey... You need something else, I'll be here.
Having a good one?
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while. I can't be in two places at once. And Carl is... We're trying to isolate a power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted, but it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those sub... It's pretty simple, really, and relatively simple. Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, what I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place.
You have a nice day now.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch. That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
Let me know if I can help you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, wow. That watch is super cool.
I wish I could
All right, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so it may be a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
Chain experienced here.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a Freestar Ranger.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow, and the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Buying? What's it gonna be? Uh-huh.
Are you kidding? Take a look around. You're in the most boring place in the Only good thing down here is Kay's house. Best cooking in the settled systems. And but I can't even go there anymore because Kay banned me for bad behavior. Me! Can you believe? Why do you want to know? Oh yeah? Maybe I'll hide my... That is, unless you're with security. In which case, I wasn't threatening you, that was just a joke, and no crime's been committed. I'm actually a very nice person. Yeah, well, newsflash, but... In fact, I dislike you with such conviction that I'm... What do you say we go 10 rounds? Right here... Yeah, well, luckily for you, I actually hurt my hand when I was punching some other assholes' lights out. Doc says it'll take... Yeah, we'll take a rain check. But once my hand heals... Hey, beat it!
Hey. I'm looking for work. You hiring? No more than the average crew person. Why is that? That's true. I hear you. You know what? I may be starting to like you. Better than being unemployed, I suppose. Excellent, where to? Be there soon.
Hiring. I could really use the work. I'm not asking for much. Why is that? I'm glad you understand the position. Yeah, I heard of you. I do. This isn't getting us anywhere. That's the best offer you're going to get from me. Sounds like a pass then.
I think I got them, what do you call them? Corns? Another day, your shift.
You know, I would do shifts. Exactly where I saw myself. Hold it right there! You're under arrest.
If there's something you need, no matter what it is, either I have it or I can get it. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business, I would be more... If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her, and I'd ask that you pass along my request to... So, what'll... Then my disclaimer doesn't apply, and I hope we... Please, let me know if I can... I thought the name made it rather obvious. Whether it's bulk cargo, specialty items, or individual requests, we make sure we have shipping lanes across the settled systems and deal with nearly every major corporation. We've been in New Atlantis for a very long time, with lots of infrastructure already in place, ample storage, and it's had the unintentional but not unwelcome side effect. Ah, yes, I've been expecting you. Here's your package. And don't worry, I've already corrected the ownership record for you. Nothing. Nothing at all. Thanks for your business. Of course, of course. That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. We frequently post cargo running jobs up on the mission boards around. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's not what you're looking for. Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers. You'll usually find mission boards in bars, typically ones nearest the space.
Hi there.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of failed attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down. Well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
Always nice to see a fresh face around here. You stop in whenever you'd like. You know why this place has stood for so long. Stay as long as you like. And don't be a stranger.
No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. No real menus to speak of, but I'm happy to get you something. Mom, that's Kay, gets all the credit. She had one rule: no causing trouble. After a few years of feeding so many mouths, we needed extra credits to stay afloat. If folks are willing to pay a little to have someplace to feel safe and get it.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Well, not everyone would be. And thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is... I have to go in there, but I really, really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just... Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think.
that sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what. I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? Believe me, I really hope I am. But I'll tell you, people in my division tell stories about Zoe. She's got a lot of influence. Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you, I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? Hey, I thought you were out there, you know, solving this.
Ever run into spaces?
can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order. You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level.
Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams.
She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility.
However,
we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that MAST gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Eluded capture by the Freestar Rangers. Members of the gang continue to infiltrate the city, harassing, robbing, and in one instance, even murdering one of the residents.
We outperformed our projections for the third straight
One day,
quarter.
I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good.
I'm just happy the data reflects.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I leave. No, probably not.
I'm so lost.
Oh, hi there. I'm doing great. How about...
Beats me.
Glad to hear it. Yeah. I've been trying to save up enough money so that I can go explore the settled systems with my... I think we're finally getting close.
I need to head over to the Trade Authority later, unload some goods. You coming?
Sometimes I wonder if me and my boyfriend's... But somebody's got to do...
Alright. But if you change your mind, let me know.
Tony and I want to see what else is out there. I love my job. What about you? Have you... That's amazing. One day you'll have to tell me and Tony... Well, that depends. If that's the case, you have a lot of options here in New Atlantis. But, I'll be honest, I'm more of a chunks... Really? Well, I really love my job, but... Really? That's so sweet, huh? Take care.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing.
Or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
We just need to convince her that President Abayo isn't the same as her predecessors. That an adversarial UC is a thing of the past.
Does Radcliffe even need to be involved?
President Abayo wants to foster relations, not fracture them. Keep up. We'll make sure she knows. I have somewhere to be. You understand.
Am I in your way or something?
That impressive building is MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. It stands as a symbol of the United Colonies.
There's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. One never knows when information might be useful. Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
If you ask me, it's always a good time for a terror break.
Hello.
Limited resources. I try not to turn anyone away just because they're rolled in the credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do. Okay, what seems... yeah, some minor patching up and you'll be all right. Right then.
Checking your record. Industrialist. That a fancy name for corporate asshole?
So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it? Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this. Looks like maybe they did. Still want to claim you had nothing to do with this, Zoe?
My dear, why in the world would I want to break the law? I'm gal bank, no less. I do quite enough business with them as it is.
All right. Well, I'll have some people look over this. Maybe they'll be in touch.
I very much doubt that.
See you around.
Thing about the trade business? Who you know matters as much as anything else.
What?
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Is a more important advancement than space travel. There's definitely an argument for both.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know. Well, that's what I mean. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
It's amazing what passes as art nowadays.
I am not trying to pester you, but I really do
Goodbye.
need a credit transfer to cover for last month.
It takes a strong mind and a good...
Shh! Are you crazy? Keep your damn voice down.
That was for handling the shipments, not deliveries.
Oh, okay. I'll try and remember.
Get off your high horse. I didn't trick you. You're just not very observant. What do you have to complain about? You're getting paid? Everything went smoothly. No one got hurt. It's all part of the game, my friend. It pays to get your hands a little bit dirty. It pays very, very well. But I digress. Thank you for your discretion. Now that our little transaction is complete, I should be on my way. Take care, and let's not talk about this again. That's of no concern. I told you at the end of our business that we will not speak about it. See you.
Although I have attempted an analysis several times, I simply cannot quantify humans' addiction to caffeine.
Buddy, it's coffee. Pick one, get out of the rain, and let's get
I've got no complaints.
Another day, another credit. I have a feeling today's going to... Oh, thank you so much. Soon I'll be coursing with bountiful energy. I'll be the most enthusiastic janitor in New Atlantis. Here, take this. I found it while I was cleaning. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. Well, you know, it's one of those days. Wonder if my boyfriend will take me. Don't be a stranger.
corporation in all the settled systems. Power, prestige.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
So I dust the last spacer ship, but then I realized my tank sprung a leak. I'm stuck. And the only place close enough to land... Wait.
You're not suggesting...
Tolaman 2, Terramorph Heaven. So, I sat down, grabbed the highest caliber weapon I've got, and start walking.
Boom. If that had actually happened, you wouldn't be standing here.
No lie. Hell, you're welcome to go ask around the Marine outpost I stumbled into. They're the only reason I'm still breathing.
I think I got this.
Shayla, be 40 now.
You gotta let her go. We got the other children. Grandkids, too.
But Sheila had such fire in her. She could have been anything.
I miss her, too. So, what's the point?
Of what?
This? Is it some sort of art? A Zen garden? What?
It's a communal art installation. It's supposed to look nice.
I guess. But I'm just saying, you could have a whole bat-ball field or some food stands. Something useful.
There's always something with you.
My partner's had a nasty roll, so
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the launch.
Evening, sir.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can tell me if you find any eggs. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Works at Stroud Eklund, and he said Deimos is going out of business. I heard they had a breakthrough at the lab recently. All kinds of new possibilities, they say.
It took years to get it looking just like this.
Whatever you say.
I know, you think this is a joke.
Rations? Check. Rifle? Already stowed.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We apologize for any delay. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is... I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries... Yes, of course. Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why? What is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it. Plus, a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? Pleasure doing business with you. Oh, well, certainly. Back to it then.
I think my folks would be
It's a privilege to be able to work for the UC government.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
If it isn't my favorite almost a lab assistant. What can I do for you? I appreciate your assistance, but I still need all of... So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. Relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Yes, it does feel good to be right, particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Mm-hmm.